Schizophrenia. How many of you got it? How many of you got it? How many motherfuckers can say they psychotic? How many motherfuckers can say their brains are dry rotted from pot? You got it like I got it or not? If you did, you would know just what I'm talking about. With your tongues rotting out from cottonmouth. When you end up becoming so dependent on weed that you need a vending machine, you got the munchies. I don't smoke marijuanas. How many pots have you smoking? I don't smoke marijuanas, sir. Marijuanas are for the I'm kidding. I do actually have a THC supply that I occasionally resort to because you never know. You never know. So I pissed off somebody yesterday. Yesterday's stream, I talked a lot about the lawyers and the illegal injustice system in this country. When the nukes start flying and Texas becomes the let's say the outpost or the final place to defend in terms of human rights in the world. Come look for your boy. Because I've pissed off all the Satanists. And man, is it fucking bizarre. It is fucking bizarre how much control that faggot has over people's minds. So fucking bizarre. I wish I could tell you all the details of... I wish I could tell you all the details about my technology situation, which is very dire. But I can't because the reason being, for instance, yesterday, because they're tracking the criminals who have hacked the network where I am. Criminals, they're just because they have a badge, just because they work for a legal, institution of some sort, does not exempt them from the commission of crimes. It is a criminal offense to do it. There are multiple criminal offenses that they are guilty of. Multiple. Anyway, yesterday my internet traffic is the only way. My internet traffic that is being monitored, and there are ways for it to be monitored, especially in a captive network like the one I'm using, is the only way that you can find out what Linux distros I'm using. It's the only fucking way. And there's thousands of them. And so yesterday via my internet traffic, because I don't talk to anybody about this stuff, somebody watching my internet traffic was able to deduce what Linux distro I was using. And then today I got a little ballsy, and I logged in. I logged in from another location, just briefly logged into my Google account without my firewall up, and now, let me put it this way. Now I have a few different ways of using the internet that have been compromised by the use of a magic cookie. Magic cookie. What is a magic cookie? Hey. By the way, if you want to use a reliable AI that is not compromised by these satanic creeps, duck.ai. It's private and free. For now. I'm probably gonna fuck that up for somebody. Hey, Duck, Cuck. Hey, Cuck. That's your name. That's your name. I hope you don't mind. So polite. Remember when you can talk to humans like this? Let's just fuck around. Let's fuck around here because let's figure in. I'll fuck around. I fuck around. You figuring it out, man?
What's that?
You figuring it all out? Good. Hallelujah. Give praise to God. My God is stronger than your God. Do you know why? Because my God is life, the source of creation. Your God is death. So your God involves death to such a belligerent degree that you are afraid of it. You're afraid of death. I know that death is not the end, and I know for a fact that life proceeds infinitely in all directions, and therefore I have no fear of death. You see how that works? Wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing if you did not fear death? How amazing would that be? Think about it. Just think about it. Get back to me. Anyway, Satan is a faggot, and he gets a whole month, a whole fucking month. The 6th month of the 6th. 666. Oh, by the way, today's 6/6, isn't it? Today is the day that Joseph Anthony Searing was murdered. I mean, accidentally shot himself in the head playing Russian roulette. A guy who was very familiar with guns decided arbitrarily. I mean, it's believable. This is how plausible deniability works, because I really don't think, even at that age, I don't think he was that dumb. I really don't fucking think so. But that's the official story. The official story. And nobody fucking looked into it. Blue Springs police, detectives, Blue Springs, Missouri, interview witnesses who were associated with the Cosentino crime family, who were the only people present when it happened. Gee whiz. And imagine, guys, none of this would be happening. None of me running my fucking mouth would be happening if you hadn't stepped in the wrong fucking direction. If if you had decided to be a supporter of American patriotism and recognize that I am defending the rights of human beings to speak freely and to live freely, and supported me. But no, you have to be satanic faggots. So, your loss. What in God's name was I doing? Oh yeah. Hey, what? Hey, cuck. Cuck duck. What is a magic cookie? Esoteric knowledge is a term used in computing that refers to a token or a piece of data that is passed between a client and a server. It is often used for authentication purposes, allowing the server to recognize the client in subsequent requests without requiring the client to re-enter credentials. Magic cookies, blah blah blah. Okay, let's see if and let's see. Do you wanna go? You wanna go? Let's go. What about Mike's Magic Cookie developed by MIT? Is designed to facilitate secure communication between clients and servers by providing a way to authenticate users, blah blah blah. We already know that. Kerberos. Okay. Now. Okay, so Mike's Magic Cookie is developed by, it's really what he's saying. It's a magic cookie developed by MIT. Keep going. And how about the manner by which it is implemented in Linux distributions? The concept of magic cookies is often implemented in the context of the X Windows system. X11. It does randomly generate one. That is true. The magic cookie determines whether or not the user or the client, same fucking thing. They hide all this shit behind unnecessarily complex jargon. This is how you know. This is how you fucking know that their power, the way that the powerful are powerful, is through the illusions that they maintain. The smoke and mirrors bullshit. Okay? It took him 10 years to find Osama bin Laden. Okay? They're not as powerful as you think. You can say fuck you to them as well. In unison. Fuck you! So what happened to my situation was that two, and I think the only reason it was two instead of multiples of them is because was not connected to the internet for very long. I was not connected to an unsecured network for very long. And they would have gotten them all, which would have just made my life a little more difficult. That's it. They're in the business of just making my life a little more difficult. I don't obsess over my possessions. I could lose all my computer. I mean, I started off without, like, I literally had nothing. I literally had nothing. I was so fucking, I was so, what is it called? Down and out. Like, I had all my possessions down to just a fucking blanket and, like, just literally a couple of things, man. And I got myself back to the point where I could log onto the internet. I don't carry tracking devices, and the one that they developed for me, I'm managing to still use, which is a Wi-Fi card with an RFID access. If you really want to, if you really I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Okay. Let's just ask this cuck, is it possible, theoretically, to corrupt an ISO file containing a Linux distro and de-authenticate the magic cookie. It's not it's kind of a program. Theoretically, it is possible to corrupt an ISO file containing a Linux distro, but the specific impact on the magic cookie and the authentication mechanisms would depend on the nature of the corruption and how the system is set up. Here are some key points to consider. Disconnected. Yeah, I know. I've read it. It's a hashed. It's an embedded program. The word for all of this script. It's all program. What type of program? Okay, but like it's not necessary to make it all so fucking complex. That generates a hashed version of instance. So every time you go to initiate the operating system, a new cookie is generated, and that cookie is the authentication mechanism that communicates with the X11 server. I haven't gone to fucking anybody. Fuck, I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm just deducing, and I'm pretty fucking sure I'm correct because I can plug it into an AI to ask and answer the questions. What do you know? The AI has answers in the affirmative. God bless you. I'm just going to start saying God bless you every time one of these faggots walks by me. They literally do. This stuff is actually powerful. I'm not fucking kidding you. If you don't wear a cross around your neck, well, I don't know how it works for everybody, but the fact that I have one, when I have it on the outside versus the inside of my shirt, there is a magical difference in the way that interactions happen. And all it is it's the symbol, image, and associated with the architecture of the mind that I'm interacting with. And in exactly the same way that a cross repels vampires, wearing a cross around your neck will protect you from fucking demonic impulses. Because the way that, let's say, people who are generally evil, like generally more on the dark side, nobody's purely evil, but there's a lot of people who are genuinely through and through really fucking out there. The way that the symbol interfaces with their mind causes some effect that is a manner of relieving, like one instance could be the person who otherwise would have been malicious towards you feels pity for you because they have like stereotypes in their stupid brain that makes like the dumb Christian, and in other cases it's a benevolent, like they are themselves a Christian or have code running in the memories, in the labyrinth of their own memories, and it becomes a token of cooperation. In other cases, it's like a distraction. Like you can literally see the attention, watch the attention in their eyes, where their attention is drawn to, and how their attention is subconsciously altered. It's fascinating. Get a cross. Wear a cross around your neck and watch. Just watch. Start studying human behavior with a cross around your neck. It is amazing. And just walk around. Go buy your coffee, go to the grocery store, go to the fucking gas station. Do it and watch how the difference in those interactions becomes.
Am I still screaming? Am I still screaming?
I wish I could tell you.
Am I still screaming?
Anyway, what else? What about things they're not supposed to know? Like things they don't want you to know. Yesterday I talked about let's switch gears and discuss power. This is probably gonna they're gonna kill the stream. I think sometimes they just let me stream because they're interested in either trying to gather evidence or seeing what I have to say because they're actually fucking interested now. Like, how did he survive so many fucking attempts? How is he not dead yet? I thought I paid to have him killed. How much? Why won't he die? Because I believe in God. That's why. And you should too. You really should. Get your Bibles out, man. Get a new King James version of your Bible. Or an old King James. And it really doesn't, like, you don't have to go through the 5 to 10 years of Facebook arguments that I went through to delve into the specific details. And there's people from my old Facebook who are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of whom started the Oasis Atheist Church in Kansas City. You don't have to go through all that. Like, you can literally like read some Wikipedia articles or whatever, but there's wisdom in studying the Bible. There's no doubt. The book of Job in particular, like the book of Job, what they call progressive revelation, and then get into the Nag Hammadi library and how all that, fits together. Because what they found in the in Qumran, the Dead Sea Scrolls is what they're referred to as, was not just the Bible, like the New Testament, intact in original, the Septuagint is what they call it in the Greek, like dating back to the 1st century, intact, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. They found all that to confirm that the translations over 2,000 fucking years have maintained a degree of accuracy. But guess what else they found? More. There's more. They found it's a lot of weird stuff, but so is Jeffrey Epstein, and so is AI. I mean, if you're allergic to weird at this point, I don't know, come see me. I'll give you I'll give you the antidote. But you gotta see me in real life. Like, if you want to, like, not be afraid anymore, to genuinely live your life with the sense of power and authenticity and belief and happiness and joy and all that stuff, talk to me individually, as an individual, not as a fraction of a whole mess of scared fucking pussies. Don't do that. Talk to me as an individual. Speaking to me individually, one-on-one, that's how what? I don't know. Powerline Communications. Let's switch gear. And Powerline Communications is a technology that enables data transmission over existing electrical wiring. This method allows for the use of power lines to carry both electrical power and data signals simultaneously, facilitating communication without the need for additional wiring. Okay, so in this again, this is just. Have you ever let me. This is what this means, and I hope you're like not so high or not so vaccinated that you can understand the basics of what I'm saying. Have you ever plugged your phone into the wall to charge it? Take it, plug it into I'm wearing, by the way, this, you can't have merch like this unless you were once an employee at U-Break iFix by Assurion, major corporation, tech repair. I repaired hundreds of phones. I was there long enough to repair hundreds of phones, and I was there long enough to learn soldering, and I was there long enough to learn a lot of back end details of the cell phones generally. Samsung, I was certified in Samsung, Apple, and Google because they required a certain level of education. So I was WISE certified, WISE, Wireless Industry Service Excellence, I think, in order to do these repairs on phones. So I have a degree of understanding of how this stuff works. Now, why am I talking about, why am I talking specifically about power line communications? Why? Because it is a vector of a threat to you that the vast majority of people aren't aware of. It's something that is true, like profoundly, physically, verifiably, scientifically true, that even people with MIT, like degrees from MIT, don't know about. It's deliberately the way they construct their golem, which is the general population, in order to do whatever thing they want you to do. Jump. They say jump, and you say how high. It's so involved that, like, I mean, just think about it. Think about how, in order to function, in order to be a quote-unquote functioning member and respectable member of society, you need a certificate from one of these institutions. A university of some sort, which means, and most people don't want to know. Like, most people they want to chase the carrot on the stick until they die. Like, that's how, for whatever fucking reason, a lot of people are designed to just chase the carrot on the stick and not even look for meaning. And I think at one point they just realized that. They were like, well, how can we use this flaw to our benefit? Instead of thinking about trying to elevate the masses in terms of persuading them to to be invested and interested in knowledge and learning things, they're like, well, what can we do to exploit them to our benefit? And it's gotten so bad that, like, I went, so during the past 5 years, at some point during the past 5 years when I was still in Lawrence, I got a library card. I paid $20 to get a library card at KU, which meant going in and having access to the same stuff that they're teaching the people. Not stuff you're going to find at your public library, but like wireless technologies, antenna theory, getting the names of the authors of textbooks and things like that, the people who are teaching, and the antenna theory and physics and all that stuff, and like seeing what those people have to say publicly. And there were a couple of instances when talking about antenna theory in particular and communications, like, this is leading back to what I just punched into the AI here. They spoke in hushed tones. I'm picturing a guy who's Asian. I think he was one of the professors I looked up. I don't want to go into, like, I wouldn't even know where to begin because this was 2 or 3 years ago. But I did check out books and gave them a look-see. I didn't read them and study them and, like, I'm not that. I'm a gather and dig. Like, clear out a space, observe the surface, and then start digging. And once I have enough relevant information, I'm not a specialized knowledge kind of person, which is what most of these nerds are. Like there's a personality trait that feeds into, it's an obsessive sort of personality trait that causes a person who's like really smart to be hyper focused on one particular area of study. And again, the people who've studied human minds know this stuff, and so they exploit that as well. Okay, so antenna theory, the thing that I'm referring to in my mind, because I'm thinking about a YouTube video that I watched that was after searching for, I think it was an MIT professor, like a live something. He spoke in hushed tones about physical, like the way that antenna signals propagate through the physical layer, what they call the PHY, the physical layer, which is in networking, that like is like the root, it's the lowest and most important, actually. This is how I'm able to sort of like finagle the signal situation, knowing what's going to reflect and what's going to absorb and what's going and it is a physical. It's all related to physical. Light itself, which is radio waves, is a whole different beast. And there is something magical about light and the way that it's used, artificially and naturally. The power from the sun, God's sun, etc. Anyway, they don't even teach, like, so like if somebody's going to install internet in your house, for instance, the technician who does it doesn't have a physics degree. He's pretty basic, probably, like, I think the minimum requirement is a high school education, and then a specialized course to, like, 6-week training or whatever. They don't know why they do the things they do. They just do them according to how they're taught. So they'll find, like, the location for the router based on a chart or something in their pocket, and then the substance of the physical what they call the map, like they literally map out a building or a house or building, whatever the structure is, note what it's made of and all that stuff. There are pretty standard materials that are used in construction these days. One of the reasons they outlawed lead paint. You think you know? Do you think you know? Or do you think you know and believe what you were told? Alright, so Powerline Communications. Oh, I should have finished that, and then we'll move on. So, the reason I asked about Powerline Communications is home networking. PLC is commonly used to extend home networks, where the way I learned about this was way back when I was living in 1107 Highland Drive, Lawrence, Kansas. It was either me or my twin brother, Frank. And you're going to have to figure that out yourself. Twins run in my family. I have twin cousins. My daughter was almost a twin. My grandfather was a twin. Sometimes the twins survive. Sometimes something happens. But twins are a thing, and I have a twin brother named Frank. And we were separated when we were 4 years old. He went to live with my father. And the last time I talked to him was, well, I can't go into that. But anyway. So living at 1107 Highland, allegedly, I purchased a. It was called. Well, it was called a. I think it was literally called a Powerline adapter, and you might be able to still find them online. In 2016, you could buy them from Best Buy. I don't think Best Buy carries them anymore. They're quite useful. That's how I was able to get the internet in the garage, where I was like had my projector and all that stuff. The reason occasionally when you go to, and they're probably figuring, because I fucking run my mouth a lot, it's really all I do. I think they're figuring they have sort of tried to figure out workarounds for this. But you will notice, this is how you know I'm spitting the truth. If you've ever plugged your phone into a socket, and I think this is specifically Android, I don't know, I think because Apple has a lot more dark, insidious vibes in the background going on, like really fucking satanic shit. If you plug it in and a message pops up saying, "Would you like to transfer data?" Because it's interpreting you plugging it in as a data connection versus just plugging it into a raw power source. If you have, and a lot of people don't notice this because they don't use computers and phones. Most people are either one or the other or both, or whatever. If you plug it in, if you plug your phone into a desktop or laptop computer, you get the same notification, which is, would you like to transfer data? Now, why would that notification pop up when you plug it into the wall? Why? Has it ever happened to you? Why? Is it because the CIA and the NSA and whomever else are spying on you? Like, using Powerline communications and Powerline adapters? And it can go pretty fucking far. The signal is attenuated. There's a signal loss, and this is true of electricity generally. Electricity. Freaked out for a second. I thought my signal was killed. Meanies. There's power loss over long wires, which is why, again, I try my best to charge my devices away from places where they can be fucked with.
Meow. Meow.
Right, what else? Yeah, so how can you protect yourself? If you notice, you'll notice laptops so laptops have this thing that's called a ferrite bead. The idea behind this little cylinder at the end of your laptop plug, the idea is to suppress the noise signals that I'm talking about, like data signals. Here's the thing. The technology to surpass this has been around for a long fucking time, and it's almost as though it is a deliberate, like, mislead. They do a lot of misleading, like, what is another example? Oh, here's a good example. Here. So I know these people don't like getting close to me because of the way I smell. So it's gotta be another reason. Is that it? Worldwide Developers Conference. This is where we gather and disseminate truth mixed with lies, because certain knowledge can never be disseminated to the public. Not even PhDs, not even people who specialize in this stuff and dedicate their lives to it, are allowed to know certain things. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work because I did this 5 years ago. Oh, dude, this pisses me off. Combat human trade. See, misleading. They're complicit in human trafficking. It's the same thing with the like the U.S. aid stuff that the Doge team uncovered. It's all that stuff is like, oh yeah, how can we really exploit people? We can lie and say that we're trying to help them. Psychiatric institutions, migrant crisis. How much? I wonder how much the fuckery involving immigration is literally just the Satan fucking. Because I mean, again, go and watch this Teal Swan interview. You have to watch the 2014 Teal Swan, TEALSWAN, a woman who escaped a satanic cult who was involved in this stuff. She says all the same things, and the only way that she survived and hasn't been, is by being public about it. I don't get they're suppressing my shit. I think I'm really leaning towards they wanted to my kids to be purchased, and I don't believe that. But man, if you put enough information together and then try to connect the dots, you're going to end up where, watch all these streams. You're going to end up in a place where you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? They deliberately break families apart. On purpose. On purpose. They want parents to abandon their children so that there will be a foster system where they can abduct children to rape and kill. I approached it with the level of absurdity that every normal person, human, would and should, before I started to experience the things that I have been going through in the past 5 years. I'd be like, no fucking way. The Epstein stuff, it was still, there's still a level of abstraction to the Jeffrey Epstein phenomenon, where you're like, oh, that's fucked up. But if you just look into it, and here, the thing about looking into it is that every single person who goes to look into it that is able to find information about it, like the Podesta emails or the spirit cooking stuff, all of that is, in a way, they're so fucking psychotic that they like to brag about it. Like right in front of you. Like, it really gets them excited. There's a like a pathological adrenaline addiction, which is another reason for it, is there's a couple of things I actually want to look up. Okay, so adrenochrome, adrenaline, and being misled. I think they took it off there. Yeah, I don't even remember. I'm not going to be able to find it. At one point, it was so Apple advertises itself as secure. Like, people buy into this horseshit garbage because they believe, and it's not 100%, because that's something you have to do, is abandon binary thinking. Multiple things can be true at the same time. So Apple can legitimately have a vector for security that is superior in some particular way to other products, and at the same time they can commandeer that mechanism, that vector of security, and exploit your trust in it for very nefarious purposes. This is how, I mean, just look up anything about Apple in the past. Just look at all the headlines, the tech headlines about Apple and the nefarious shit that they've been doing. Okay? And it's only because there's fucking creeps embedded in it. Are we ever going to get to the point of an absolute perfect utopia where there's nothing, where there aren't pedophiles and all that shit? I mean, I don't know. Probably not anytime soon, but wouldn't it be an interesting goal? If humanity could, instead of advocating for racial justice that has existed for my entire life, and that, I'm not saying that racism isn't a problem. What I'm saying is that for the extent to which a problem such as that can be resolved, oh man. So two things. It's been resolved in a lot of ways. Okay. Hey, can you recall an interview with Morgan Freeman in which he discusses racism? This was in the late 90s or early aughts. go to it. I was going to bring up the video, but look. Morgan Freeman has spoken about racism. Various interviews in the late 90s and early 2000s. One notable interview was in 2005, 60 Minutes, where he discussed his views on race and racism in America. Freeman, I'm going to say this with emphasis. Morgan Freeman, famous actor, famously stated that the way to eliminate racism is to stop talking about it. He emphasized the importance of focusing on commonalities rather than differences. So, and this is 100% true. Like, I grew up poor, and the sense of division in terms of race is a fucking, it's the most sinister misdirection you can possibly fucking conjure. And again, it's because the people in power are psychopaths. They're King Joffreys, and they're fucking out of their fucking mind. They don't want peace. And they certainly don't want philosopher kings. Why? Like, don't get me wrong, many of them are Tucker Carlson is a very, very intelligent person. I'm not saying that because I believe, whatever XYZ right-wing conservative yada yada. He did an interview or a debate with Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks in Politicon. I think it was in 2018, where if you watch him outside of maybe even now on his personal private thing that he's got going on, he's a really smart guy. But I don't know where I was going with that. Philosophically speaking, the people in power do have an appreciation for the historical, the things that the threads of knowledge that have woven the tapestry of the human mind over time. They do very much appreciate it. The only reason they don't want you to be educated is because you will become competition. That's it. And so this concept of global communism, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. But if you want to solve racism, like Morgan Freeman said, stop fucking talking about it. Just stop talking about it. If anybody, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say what I was thinking about saying. Oh my God, time flies. Time flies when you're chewing gum. What else? What else? Oh, speaking of Tucker Carlson. Okay, so I am scatterbrained. It's true. The drugs did have an effect. the reason I brought this up was there, in terms of misdirection, there was a point at which they featured on their main website the amount of times that per country, the amount of times that the law enforcement associated with the central main government of that country requested access to a phone, an iPhone, and they compared the request with the access granted numbers. They had two metrics. One was, these are the amount of warrant requests that we've been given, these are the times that we've complied, and the reasons we didn't was because of privacy and legal reasons, and here's the reason, here the other aspect is, here are the reasons that there were legal justifications for doing so, etc., yada yada. God bless. God bless. God bless America. God bless you. That's a pretty good deterrent. I'm gonna fucking do that from now on. What else? Do not assume that each question relates to the previous. Deduce. You need to deduce based on context. Oh, is that showing my IP address? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, well, I lost the motherfucking shit. No, there's not. It's probably fucking buried. And you can't just fucking get. When this all started, when the internet started, there was common sense associated with it. Like, you could type into Google specifically what you're looking for, and you would get. There's even like in quotes or without this, like exclude this term from the results, and it worked perfectly. You could look something up so fast. And it's not like that anymore. You can even well, if I wasn't logged in, it's all geared towards deliberate misdirection and fucking manipulation and lies. No. God bless you. It really makes you want to unalive what if is there a resource which provides transcripts for each episode interesting. Yeah. This is why you don't just fucking give all your faith to this shit, because in the exact same way that Google became unreliable in terms of providing direct and exact results that aren't manipulated by faggotry, AI is not fucking perfect, and you can like really confirm that for yourself. So best believe and try it by testing things you know to be true. Like if you found something out and you know, like, based on the reliability of that source, news item, whatever it is, and then go ask about it on your preferred chat GPT, whatever your preferred one is, and dig in, like pretend you know something and you're just trying to get, like, you're interrogating, like you're trying to get the AI to confess, like to reveal the truth about the matter, and do it in a manner that's really complex. Like, don't be simplistic about it, and you will find that these things are just, they have the potential. They do have the potential, but I think on some level they're being fucking, again, tweaked and manipulated because of satanic faggots. And I'm not saying that's why I can't find this. I mean, he's no longer there. Your link is broken. Are you broken too? What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? What do you think you're going to do with that? Go ahead. I triple dog dare you. I triple dog dare you. Do it. Do it. I got nothing to lose, dude. I got nothing to fucking lose. You have agents, civilians, veterans, media coverage. You have a lot to lose. I got nothing to lose. I fucking triple dog dare you. I think it's time to pack up. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Till next time. Sorry, guys. I de-embroidered that. In 2020, I ordered it from the website, the official website. Make America Great Again. And in my mind at the time, it was very daring to just to have one. And I said it, like in 2019, I did a fucking video where I was talking about the MAGA hat and all that stuff. I didn't wear it until there were very specific instances where it was like necessary to genuinely say fuck you to somebody. Now if I had it, would I wear it? I probably would. Not all the time, but there are places I would definitely wear it. But I had to, it took me, if you look closely, you can see where there's still like threads sticking out. I mean, it said a make America Great Again. And so I was like, that's not quite my vibe. My vibe is more America and make me, you fucking motherfucker. Make me. You piece of faggot shit. Make me. I triple fucking dog dare you. Make me. And they made me. They did. I dared them to make me, and they fucking made me. On several occasions, I spent a total of 4 months. 4 fucking months inside of a cage. Lost everything. Guess what I didn't lose? This land is your land. This land is my land. Aye. The lyrics too. Why? You fucking cunt. This is what happens. It literally just provided direct links to fucking Fox News. Now look what it's doing. Oh my god. You know what? Maybe this is their world. Maybe that's what the lesson is. This land is your land. Remember? Like, that was in elementary school. Like, we had to sing, like, had to, in Texas. I don't know if it was the same. I'm pretty sure it was just in Texas. James L. Wright Elementary. We had music class, and during music class there was a series of and a variety of patriotic songs that we sang. And I remember them, and they were fucking great. From the Gulf Stream waters to the blah 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 blah. I just don't remember how it went. This land was made for you and me. Like, do you remember? Remember. Don't forget. Remember. You were born here. You're a citizen. If you're born here and you're a citizen, and in all honesty, like, there's this stupid fucking debate about whether or not quote unquote illegal immigrants ought to be afforded constitutional rights. And I was listening to it on Fox fucking radio today, and I just wanted to, I was fucking in my head, I was screaming. Diarrhea, cha-cha-cha, diarrhea. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless your bunghole. This idea that, because what they're doing right now is trying to infiltrate your mind with this stupid fucking idea that if you can even be thought of, like if you can be regarded as an illegal immigrant, then you don't have rights. This is so fucking bad. Very dangerous shit. Don't even fucking toy with it. That Garcia guy deserves due process. It doesn't fucking matter. Don't get in that fucking fight. It's not a left-wing, right-wing thing. It's human rights. I wanted to scream at the fucking broadcaster. It was local news, and I was like, how can you compare and contrast the rights in the American Constitution with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Oh, human right, yeah, UDHR. The rights listed in the American, particularly the Bill of Rights, and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, both aim to protect individual freedoms and promote justice. However, they differ in scope, context, and specific provisions. Similarities. Fundamental rights. Both documents emphasize fundamental human rights, such as the right to life, liberty, and security. Freedom of expression. Protection against discrimination, and the right to a fair trial. Okay? So, this stupid idea that conservatives, see, I'm not fucking right-wing, team blue or red or whatever the fuck. I'm team truth. Conservatives, stop being stupid fucking faggots about this. The same thing. Okay? The right to a fair trial is not specific to the United States. It's specific to Article 10 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which, by the way, has the U.S. signed the was developed and adopted by the UN in 1948. Okay? So even if whatever your stupid fucking argument about treating people with fair trials and shit, stupid fucking argument. Kill yourself. You're so fucking stupid. For even inviting that into your head. Should this person have rights? Fuck off. Go fuck yourself. You motherfucker. Oh, this is why I get sick of fucking both sides. It's like, how can you be tricked into that? How are you so fucking stupid you get tricked into debating whether or not a human should have rights? Well, because you're a citizen and you... It doesn't... Are they a human being? Are they a human being? They're no different from you. You obstinate, self-righteous, entitled fucking piece of shit. They are no different from you because they're a human being. Okay? Okay. And someone needs to get on these fucking conservative niggers about this shit. Because why is that not a part of the fucking conversation? Was not one person saying, well, if they're not they're not a citizen of the United States, they don't get a fair trial then. Just bring up Article 10 of the fucking Universal Declaration of Human Rights, signed by the UN. The US is a signatory. Bring that up. And tell these talking heads on the fucking radio and on the TV to shut their stupid fucking mouth. Okay. See, there's the screaming lefty in me. Okay. I gotta go. I still love you. I still love you. And I still, believe it or not, I know it is an otherworldly force that's possessed your mind. And for that reason, the fact of that, a preternatural, metaphysical, evil entity has occupied your mind. For that reason, I still love you even if you have committed so much evil. I'm not saying you don't deserve the punishment that you deserve. I'm not saying that. I don't know that I could. I might be more lenient than the justice system. Like, for all the lawyers who've abused their power and committed felonies and all that stuff, in my paternity case, in my PFA case, and ultimately in the violation of the United States Constitution, just give them like 6 months. But make them go through it. How quickly do you want to see the justice system change in this country? Make it obligatory that everybody who has the power to cause this effect on another person has to suffer the same consequences and situations as the people that they're putting through it. Alright, I gotta go because these fucking monkeys are acting like white people. They're acting like wiggers. Yeah, bye.